This is the approach to Gorton, where there's 3 sections. I just cycled out here on my e-bike. It took me 17 minutes. So on a dial-up biker without an electric motor, I guess it will be a bit slower than that. And it's for a walking distance, from a walking point of view, it's probably just under an hour. But it's a grand part of the world. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see the vista. It's not so particularly brilliant there, but when you get over to there, fantastic. And of course, this is Scotland at its very best. A bit of wind noise that gets on the film now, so I'll shut off, and the next things you'll see from my phone will be some action in the sections. Right, I'm here at the second Gorton section now, and the first thing that strikes me is the rather inappropriate placing of a section marking card. You can see on the left there are 2 rocks on the top of another rock, which was where the card was last year. Those rocks haven't moved in 12 months, but the section marking card this year is right in the middle of a path that many riders will probably choose to take. Now, I can tell you from experience, the chances of that card staying in place is remote. Apologies for the noise of the machine coming up. This is what I like about being in Scotland. You see really good riders all talking together, looking at the section, and this is a particularly difficult section. Tom Hawthorne's coming up now. Now he's a pretty handy rider at the, certainly in the S3 Championship, which is something he regularly rides. But if he gets out of this with a 3, he's done well. Lampkin's down, Dougie Lampkin's down there with his son Fraser, and also Alfie, of course. And so is Alice Minter, and so is Dan Clark. So they've all been talking to one another, trying to decide on some sort of line, but to be fair, there's not much of a line here at the moment. Be interesting to see what happens. In the distance you can see that there's a queue of riders beginning to form. We're still very early into the first few riders in the trial. We've probably not had more than about 15 to 20 riders try this section, and already the good guys, Dougie Lampkin's down there, Alfie's down there, Dan Clark's there, Alice Minter's there, and they're concerned about time. And there was a couple of riders who weren't very keen on doing the section, so they suggested that they go out, they get out of the way effectively, be given a 5, because there's a pretty good chance that they were going to get a 5 anyway. It looks as though we've got Dougie coming next. He's there's another rider has just gone in, which I don't think you'll be able to see, but it is going to be Dougie Lampkin, 14 times the winner of the trial. He's next going to be up the section. It's in a very difficult condition. Be interesting to see what he does. Well, he's got his feet down there behind Oliver Smith. Looks as though that was just a single mark. There's going to take some beating. We've got Jack Price here now, stood down there with Jonathan Richardson, and to the right is Deck Bulock. Now Deck was one of the riders that helped Jack sort out his gearbox problems on Tuesday before his exclusion from the trial, and as I said in our live live podcast the other day. Jack can ride because he's chosen to continue, even though he's got the red stripe across his number. So when he comes to ride the section, we'll be doing a video of him and see what he does. He's taking a very close eye on what's happening. This rider is struggling, but Jack's keeping an eye on it. He stood with Gary Pears. He's a long time rider on a earlier Scorper, and very competent in his own centre, and a confident Scottish competitor. This rider coming up is Benoir Digman from France. He, I think at the current stage, is probably the best foreign rider in the trial, apart from Adam. We've got Jack's piece coming next. Don't know his score at this moment on Friday mid-afternoon, but pretty sure he'll still be in the reckoning. Adam Raga is yet to come, of course. There have been very, very few cleans on this section. Next rider up after Jack cleaned the section just now is Emma Bristo, 10 times the ladies world trials champion. See what she can do here. Oh, I always feel Emma's got a style all of her own. She bounces it a lot. A nasty step right at the end, but pretty good ride. This is a healthy group of spectators at Gorton this afternoon. The section still looks as difficult as it was first thing this morning when we all arrived, but a definite line has developed over this right hand side, which ironically the very first rider in the trial used. And then
spectators are more healthy than others, though.
That was a certain Mr. Roland, who always has to have the last say. Next rider in is going to be Billy Green. Now this section, the line that was where riders were cleaning, has altered because there's a rock fallen in. So we don't really know where Billy is going to go now. Be interesting to see what he does. Hello, he's gone to the line that nobody else has managed to clean on yet. That was an amazing clean. Nobody has managed to do that. The best on that line previously was James Daville, probably 2 hours ago. Next rider through is Ben Digman, a Scottish rider that does World Championship Trial 2. See how he managed to do this. I guess he got away with 2 marks lost there. People may well say that he stopped a lot, but indeed the observers here are accepting that you can stop, even though it's a non-stop trial. We could argue about that all day long. Between those two observers, George Hemingway is lining himself up to ride the second section at Gorton. A lot of pressure on him and his brother Harry. Massive amount of pressure. The last clean was from Billy Green. What an amazing clean from young George on a 125. Fantastic. And now, just behind the observer, young Harry, a couple of years older. Got a lot to live up to with his brother having just cleaned it. Father Dan just shouting yes.
Forward and left.
Backwards slip off the rock, and he's taken a dab. Still fighting it. Yes, got away with a loss of 1 mark. Adam Raga has just put soil onto the top of that rock and rubbed it in with his feet to provide some more grip. It looks as though he's planning to go up to this very big rock step, which nobody else has previously tried. Now putting water on to wash it off. This section is causing a great deal of interest for the riders that are here at the moment. We've got Adam Raga, Harry Turner and James Fry, and it looks as though that none of them really know which way to go. The way that they're looking is not the way that it has been cleaned by the few riders that have managed it so far. The way that they're looking is not the way that it has been cleaned by the few riders that have managed it so far. It's just fascinating to see the different thinking between the riders and the different riding ability. Obviously Raga is the world champion who knows what he's looking at and doing, but he's now washing rocks and looking for a bit more grip, whilst James Fry is adjusting the position of rocks. And then further down there we've got Josh Hanlon and Harry Turner deciding what they're going to do there. Right, next rider likely to be coming up is Adam Raga. Now then, is he going to ride up that rock step? He's prepared it, he's put soil on the rocks, scrubbed them up as best he can, washed them off. Here he comes now. Up to the first turn, across the rocks. That's not going to go. Oh, amazing. That's an amazing ride.